Everyone. As you know, most yoga classes cost around $20. As the class you are about to take is free, we encourage you to consider making a donation to Community First, a new initiative where navigators on the street build relationships and trust with vulnerable people in Times Square with the goal of getting them help. You can donate right now by going to tsq.org and make a difference in the world today through yoga. In 2015, the United Nations General Assembly declared June 21st the International Day of Yoga, with New York City and Times Square playing central roles, in part because Times Square Alliance's 19-year tradition of hosting this Solstice yoga event here at the crossroads of the world. Times Square is the leading official public site in New York City for the International Day of Yoga. Earlier today, we were joined by a dignitary from the Indian Consulate of New York to celebrate with us here in Times Square. And now, before we get started with your class today, Offline by Aerie is activewear made for you in real life and is proud to present a writer, a speaker, strength coach, and educator with a passion for creating a diverse and inclusive wellness industry. Give it up for Chrissy King.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here. My name is Chrissy King. I'm a writer, a speaker, the creator of the Body Liberation Project, and this is so exciting. Are we excited about this? Woo! All right, I only have a little bit of time to share with you. If I had more time, I would tell you about my experience in fitness, how I worked as a coach and a trainer, my struggles with body image, and how it got me to doing the work I'm doing today around body liberation. But since we don't have that much time, I'm gonna skip all that, and I'm gonna say this. I love fitness, I love exercise, I love wellness, and there's so many parts of it that are awesome, but there's one part of it that I actively resist. And that's the part of fitness that tries to make us think we're not enough, that make us think we need to shrink our bodies or see movement only as a way to change ourselves, instead of seeing movement as a way that is nourishing and enriching to our lives. Summer's here, the weather is warm, and many of us may be feeling some pressures about our changing bodies. This time of the year can be triggering for a lot of reasons. We gotta pull out our swimsuits, we have to go to the beach, we gotta wear shorts and tank tops, and maybe we're feeling a little self-conscious. And then to add to that, we're coming out of a major year, a global pandemic, which drastically changed our lives in so many ways. And so perhaps you're feeling the added pressure of that, and we're seeing all these advertisements about getting your summer body back and losing those COVID-15. And what I wanna encourage you today is to remember that our bodies are incredible. Our bodies change, they were designed to do just that. And as the temperatures are warming up and we're pulling out our summer clothes, maybe you notice that your clothes are a little tighter. I'll speak for myself, my shorts are definitely a little snugger than they were. My thighs are a little thicker, waistline not as small as it was before. But guess what? I'm so proud of this body because this body got me through an entire year that was really, really hard. And your body did the same for you. So, that being said, I want to encourage all of us to embrace the bodies we have, to be grateful for what they do for us, and to remember, at the end of the day, our bodies and our lives are not about what we look like, it's about who we are. And this body is just the keeper of our magic. It's just the thing that allows us to have this human experience. It doesn't make us who we are. So, it's hard, it's challenging sometimes, but I want to encourage us all to work towards loving and embracing the body that we have right now. Not the one that we want to have in the future, not the one that's 10 pounds away from now, the one that we're here today celebrating each and every one of us together. So that being said, it's hard sometimes to do that. We see marketing every day telling us otherwise. But the best thing we can do for ourselves is to show ourselves kindness and compassion in this moment, in the body we have, in the shape that it's in, the size that it's in, the ability level that it's in. So that being said, thank you so much for being here with me today. We're in Times Square, celebrating together, doing something that we didn't have the opportunity to do last year, but we're here today. So I want to encourage all of us to re-engage with fitness and wellness in a way that's good for us. Meaning, let's celebrate movement, celebrate joy, celebrate our bodies, and celebrate this time together. Thank you so much for being here. I love and appreciate every single one of you, and I'm so honored to be in community with you today. That being said, my last thing for you is I want you to know your body, my body, is already summer ready. It's perfect. We don't need to change it. We can embrace it right now in this moment. Thank you so much, and let's enjoy some yoga. Woo!
Welcome to the 19th annual Solstice in Times Square Mind Over Madness Yoga. Be sure to visit our sponsor tents in the Yoga Village on Broadway between 47th and 48th Streets right after class for a showcase and sampling from our partners. This class is being streamed on Facebook Live and Twitter at Times Square NYC. So text your friends to watch and check your feed later today as well. And now, please welcome Times Square Alliance President Tom Harris along with event co-founder Douglas Stewart.
Thank you very much, Joe, and thank you, Chrissy, for that inspirational and positive message. Welcome to Times Square. Thank you for celebrating the summer solstice with us here today. The solstice is filled with symbolism, and so is Times Square. Times Square reflects the city to the world. An empty Times Square was symbolic of the pause and the pandemic. And us coming together here to practice yoga is symbolic of our resolve and our recovery. As we gather today to celebrate the change in seasons, we also celebrate moving closer to the end of the pandemic. Change represents an opportunity for us all to fall forward, restart, reconnect, and reimagine our future. And perhaps most important, it's an opportunity for us to stop wishing and to start doing again. With that, I'd like to introduce Douglas Stewart, co-founder of Summer Solstice in Times Square.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much. You can go that way. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Summer Solstice Yoga in Times Square. It's such a joy for me to see you here today. Remembering last year when I was the one just here in the square without all of you, it was bittersweet in that we were able to offer the practice nevertheless, even during the face of the pandemic. However, without you. So it is a great pleasure to see all of your faces here today. I won't talk long. I just want to remind us of the things that bring us to the practice, of the practice of yoga, strength and flexibility, mindfulness. The practice is embodying the perfect relationship, or the relationship between the mind and the body and the spirit. You were practicing yoga perhaps during the pandemic when you were strong enough to lend a shoulder for someone to lean on as they were needing it out of grief and loss. You practiced flexibility off the mat perhaps during the pandemic or the height of the pandemic when you were able to adjust to the different situations that were coming almost immediately in terms of information about the pandemic. We were able to adjust on a dime to save our lives. You were able to take yourselves and your practice to understand that it's not just mind and body, but what binds us, what holds us and binds us together, not in fear or grip or might, but holds us together in love. And I am encouraged that each one of you are here today to celebrate, to inspire each other, to continue to go on, to carry on. So thank you, everyone. I won't say anything else. I think you're going to be in for a nice, I see the bowls all lined up. So without further ado.
And now, Offline by Aerie is proud to bring us a sweat yoga instructor, wellness influencer, and sound bath facilitator. Your instructor for today's class, Phyllicia Bonanno.
Hello, everybody. I am so honored and blessed to be here with you all today in this beautiful sunny weather here in Times Square. So we're going to start at a comfortable seat. And while you're here, I just want you to ground down, connecting to the earth beneath you. Allow your eyes to close. You can place your hands on your knees, or I like to place one hand on my belly, one hand on my heart. Take a deep breath in. Allow that breath to rise up all the way through your chest, through your heart. Hold it for a moment, and then exhale, release, let it go. Take another deep breath in, filling up as much as possible. Feel it fill up your heart. And then with an audible sigh, release. Let it go. One more, just like that. Inhale. Fill up till there is no space left. And then with an audible, powerful sigh, release. And let it all go. Inhale, reach and extend your arms up to the sky with a gaze. Feel the warm sun beating on your face. Bring your hands to a prayer. And as you gaze up with your eyes closed at the beautiful sun, set an intention for this practice today. An intention of gratitude, love, clarity, releasing. And then you're going to take your right hand, place it alongside your mat, reach and extend your left over ear, opening up your side body. Come back through center, placing your left hand alongside, reach and extend your right. And then continue with that movement, moving back over to the right, allowing the movement to be as slow, as fast, as graceful and soft as you want it to be. Flowing with your breath, taking in the energy that is here right now. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. Exhale, plant your hands in front of you on your mat, coming into a tabletop position. Here we're going to do some cat-cows. As you inhale, drop your belly, bring your gaze up to the sky, opening up your chest, your heart. Exhale, curl and round your spine, gazing towards your belly button. Inhale, again, connecting the breath with your movements. The breath is there to guide you always. Feel your body warm up from the inside out, outside in. Come back to a neutral tabletop position. Reach and extend your right hand in front of you. Reach and extend your left leg behind you, gazing over those front fingertips, creating a straight line with your arm, with your leg, a powerful line. Grounding down. And then release, let it go. Opposite side, reaching, extending the left and your right leg. Pulling in that core. And then release back down. Plant your hands, ground them down into the earth. Feel everything beneath you that connects us all. Bring your hips up high, rise into your downward facing dog. You can bend your knees here, pedaling out your down dog. And then bring your heels up high. And then release them down to the mat as close as they'll go. Inhale, heels come up. And then exhale, release. Inhale, heels come up. Tippy toes slowly, walking your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, half lift. Grab opposite elbows. You can bend your knees here. Swing side to side. And then release your hands. Slowly rise all the way up, allowing your head to be the last thing. With bringing your hands up to the sky with your gaze. Bend your elbows, cactus your arms, pulling your heart out, shining it, allowing the energy to radiate from within. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Plant your hands. Walk or hop your feet to the back of your mat. Lower down halfway, or you can bring your knees down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips rise. Bring your right leg up to the sky, knee to nose. Inhale. Knee to right elbow. Inhale it up. Knee to nose, plant that foot in between your hands. Pivot the back heel down and rise up, coming into your warrior one. Grounding down through your feet, extending your fingertips up towards the sky. Sit down a little bit deeper. And then open up to warrior two, gazing over your front fingertips. And then take a moment to just breathe.
I blocked it, so that's
It's okay. This is my solstice. And then cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Bring that foot back. Lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips rise for downward facing dog. Left leg rises up high to the sky. Bring your knee to your nose. Inhale. Knee to left elbow. Inhale. Knee to nose, plant that foot down, coming into your warrior one. Take a moment to gaze up to the sky, smile. Feel this energy, it is so strong. We are connected through love, through light. Open up to warrior two, gazing over your front fingertips. Cartwheel your hands down. Release that foot back. Lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips rise for downward facing dog. Gaze at your fingertips, bend your knees, hop or walk your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, sit into your chair pose. Bringing your hands up high. Sit a little bit deeper. And bring your hands to heart center. Twist over to the right. Come back through center, twisting over to the left. Back through center, inhale it up. Come up to standing. Hinging at your hips, fold forward, surrender, release. Plant your hands, release your feet back. Lower down all the way to your mat. Pulling your elbows in tight towards your body. Inhale. Exhale, release back down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, push up to a plank. Bring your hips back up high for down dog. Right leg comes up high. Knee to nose. Inhale it back up. Bend the knee, open up, and then bring that knee to your nose, plant that foot down, coming back into that warrior one. Take a moment to ground down through your feet, feeling strong here, like a warrior, knowing that no matter what life may bring you, no matter what storms may pass your way, you got this. You are grounded. Open up to that warrior two, gazing over your fingertips. And then come into your peaceful warrior. Straighten the front leg. tee your arms and pull yourself forward, releasing the front hand down to the mat, or it could be to your leg or ankle, gazing up towards your top fingertips. And then fold over that front leg. Bend your front knee, release the back leg down onto the mat, coming into your low lunge. Extend your arms up to the sky. Bring your left hand down to the mat. Open up with the right hand up to the sky for a little twist. And then release. Come back into your down dog. Left leg rises up high to the sky. Knee to nose. Inhale. Bend your knee, open it up. And then bring your knee to nose, plant that foot down, coming into your warrior one. We were here before. Taking a moment to ground down, extending your arms up to the sky, bending into that front knee a little bit deeper. And then tee your arms, gazing over your front fingertips. Coming into your peaceful warrior. And then straighten that front leg, tee your arms, pull yourself forward. Bringing that hand down, wherever it was on the other side, gazing up towards your top fingertips for triangle pose. And then release that hand down, folding forward over that front leg. Inhale, lift up halfway. Walk your fingertips in front of you, coming into a wide leg forward fold. Maybe your hands come down to the ground. Maybe your elbows do. Maybe your head. Allow yourself to fold and surrender wherever you are in this moment. Inhale, lift up. Walk your fingertips over to your right foot. Come back through center and walk over to your left. And then ground down through your hands. Release that foot back. Lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips rise for downward facing dog. Bend your knees, walk or hop your feet to meet your hands, coming into your chair pose. Bring your hands down to heart center. Stand up nice and tall. Here we'll do tree pose, so you're gonna ground down through your left leg and foot, bending your right leg. So here, option to stay right here on the ground, or to come to your lower leg, or you can come up to your thigh, but don't go to your knee because you can injure yourself that way. So whatever feels comfortable for you, and if you fall out, you can get right back in. Challenge yourself to balance, to focus inward throughout the chaos, the hustle and bustle, throughout the noise. Reach and extend your arms up to the sky if able. And then release, releasing that foot down to the ground. Now let's do the opposite side. So placing that foot wherever it was on the other side, same thing. You can bring your hands to heart center or come up to the sky. You can take a moment to reach and extend your hands, pretending you're holding the neighbors next to you, feeling that energy, feeling connected. and then release. Inhale, open up, and then fold forward, hinging at your hips. Inhale up, plant your hands, lower down to your mat, upward facing dog, and inhale, hips rise for downward facing dog. Gaze at the top of your mat. Hop your feet to meet your hands. And allow yourself to sit onto your mat, extending your legs in front of you. Here you're going to bend your right knee. Inhaling your arms up to the sky, twisting and hook. Gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale. Release that leg, bending the opposite one, gazing over the left shoulder. Inhale, back up through center. Bend your right leg. Open up, bring the sole of your foot to the inside of your leg, as close as it can go, and allow yourself to fold forward. Surrendering, grounding down, allowing yourself to dive inward. As we dive inward and we tune out excess, we're able to have clarity. We're able to see, to feel, to be in our truth. And come back up, switch legs, folding over. Remembering to breathe here. Any moment that may feel uncomfortable, breathe through it. And then slowly release, coming up to sitting, bending your knees. Option to stay right here, or you're going to come into bow pose, allowing your legs to be parallel with the ground and extending your arms to meet your legs. And then release down to the mat for a breath. And inhale, come back up into it. Holding here for 5. Taking deep breaths in and out. Allowing yourself to be strong, to be balanced. And release, cross your knees, plant your hands, come into your tabletop position. Bring your hips up high to the sky. Right leg lifts up high. Bring your knee to your nose, plant that foot down, stay on the balls of the back toes, and come up into your lunge with a deep bend in that front leg. Cactus your arms. Inhale it back up. Hinge forward and allow your hands to sweep behind you. You can stay right here, or you can push yourself to ground down through that front foot, coming into Warrior 3. Squaring off your hips, balancing, giving yourself flight. And the same way you went into it, go right back out with grace. And come back into that lunge, reaching your arms up to the sky. And then plant your hands down onto the mat. Reach and extend the right hand up to the sky. And release. Bring the right foot back. Bring your hips up high. Left leg rises up high. Knee to nose. Inhale. Knee to nose, plant the foot down. Stay in that lunge. Then bend your elbows, cactus your arms. Take it all in. Extend your hands in front of you, hinging at your hips. Release your hands back. Stay here or come into your warrior 3. And then come right back into that lunge. Release both hands down to the mat. Left hand rises up high to the sky. And then release the hand down. Pulling yourself for a side lunge. So you're going to pivot, allow your right toes to come up to the sky. Here you can have your hands down on the ground for balance, or you can bring your hands to heart center. And then allow yourself to switch over to the right side. You got it. And then go over to the left again. And over to the right. Plant your hands in between you. Allow your hips to come high. Come up to standing with your legs wide. Allow your feet to pivot out. Bending your knees, coming into your goddess squat. You can add a little soft pulses here. You can sway side to side, adding some movements. Do what feels good for you. Listen to your body because you only have one. It is up to you to care for it, to love it, to respect it, to give it everything that it needs. Sometimes it needs gentleness and kindness. Sometimes it needs that extra push and a challenge. You can stay right there or come up onto your toes. And then release the heels down. And then come back up onto the toes for a few more breaths. You can reach your hands up high. And then open up, come up to standing. Allow your chest to open up to the sky. Take a moment to breathe in deep. Exhale, release. Pull yourself forward, planting your hands on your mats. Release the left foot back. Lower down all the way. Pulling your elbows in towards your body. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Then bend your knees. And you can reach back for your ankles if it's available for you. And then you're going to use your legs to push into your hands to pull your chest up. And release down onto your mat. Come into your tabletop position. Bring your hips back to your heels. Coming into child's pose, reaching and extending forward. Walk your fingertips over to the right. Back through center and over to the left. Back through center. Here, you're going to come into your tabletop position. Reach and extend your right hand up to the sky and thread it underneath your left, allowing your heels to sit deep. You can reach your left hand up to the sky or wrap it around you. Coming back through center. And then doing the opposite. Reach and extend your left. Thread it underneath your right. Sitting your hips back onto your heels. And release and let go. Come onto a seat on your heels, planting your hands behind you, opening up your chest. Plant your hands down. We're going to do just one little arm balance crow pose because it's a fun one and it's a short fall if you want to try it. So what you'll do is you're going to come into your tabletop position here. Bring your knees as close to your armpits as possible. So you may just stay here. You can just stay in Malasana squat. If it's accessible, bring your knees in nice and close. Ground down through your hands, through each finger. And you're going to use the top of your arms as a shelf as you hinge yourself forward. You can lift up one foot, see what that feels like. Lift up the other foot, see what that feels like. And if it feels good, you can try to lift up both. Gazing forward because that's where you always want to be going. And then release, come back out of it. Coming into your Malasana squat, bringing your hands at heart center, planting your right hand on the ground, reach and extend the left. Going to the opposite side. And back over to the right. And over to the left. Come to a seat on your mat. Extending your hands forward, slowly lie down with control. Bending your knees, planting the palms onto the mat, onto the ground. Bring your hips up high to the sky. Exhale, come back down to the earth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale it up and hold here. With each breath, pulling up a little bit closer to the sun. Releasing the hips back down. Inhale, hips are high. This time, ground down through your left foot. Reach and extend your right up to the sky if it's accessible to you. And hold here for 3, 2, 1, and release back down. Inhale, opposite side. The hips are high. Reach and extend your left leg up to the sky. And then connect back down to the earth. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Open back up. Bring your right knee into your chest. Go in circles in one direction. Pulling that knee as close to your body as you can. And then go in the opposite direction. And then pull that knee over to the left side with your gaze to the right. Extending your right arm out. And then come back through center. Release your foot back and switch it out for the left, going in circles in one direction. And in the opposite direction. And then pull it over to the right side, allowing your gaze to come over to the left. And back through center. Pull both knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. And then extend your legs. Either they can come out as wide as the mat, or you can bring your feet to kiss. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And we're going to come into our final resting pose. So I'm going to be offering something very special today, which is going to be a sound bath, where I'll be using my crystal singing bowls. And all you have to do is lay there and relax. Take it in. So allow your eyes to close. Allow yourself to ground down into the earth beneath you. Taking a moment to give yourself permission to surrender, permission to release and let go. Take a deep breath in. filling up as much as possible. And then exhale, release. Allow yourself to settle into this space, to settle into this powerful energy that you are surrounded by. This powerful energy that is within each and every one of you. As you ground down, give yourself permission to feel anything that you may have been holding on to. Anything that may have attached itself to you that you need to let go of, any stagnant energy. Allow everything to come up to the surface. Allow fear to come up to the surface, doubts. So often we push those feelings deep within us. And like a seed, they grow. When the feelings we should be pushing deep within us are happiness, joy, love, light. So give yourself a moment to feel that doubt, to feel that fear that we all have had. It's not new. Then as you're laying here, just give yourself permission to let go of it, even if it's just a tiny little piece. By releasing even a tiny bit each day, each breath, you are doing the work. And by letting go of what you no longer need, you are making space for everything that you are worthy of. Making space for everything that you are. Making space for love, light, growth, clarity. And as we lay here in the middle of New York City in Times Square, I want you to really root down to feel the energy of everybody around you, everyone and everything. And I want you to allow your roots to extend deep into the earth. Allowing them to grow, letting go of any dead roots, any excess that's no longer needed, and then at the same time, reach and extend, shining towards the light, growing in both directions. And then as you grow, you allow your energy and growth to be seen and felt by everyone and everything around you. Feel your light flowing through you, flowing through your veins, extending and radiating throughout your entire being, creating a shield of protection, but also amplifying love, so that no matter where you are, No matter what you are doing, it's felt. The light that's within you shines so brightly, allowing for clarity to be seen, to be felt. Open your eyes to all the blessings that you are worthy of receiving, because they're right in front of you. It's just up to you now to answer the call. Even while you're laying here in stillness, in silence, you are doing the work. Allow yourself to do a full body scan, scanning yourself from head to toe. And acknowledge anything else that you may need to let go of. It could be physical. It could be something deeper. Because most of the time, a physical pain is attached to something else that's going on so much deeper within us. And just allow yourself to let go of whatever it is, so that you can feel lighter, softer, peeling away anything that does not serve you in this moment, anything that is not of your truth, of your essence. Clear a path within yourself, a path that is brightly lit, and allow your light to flush out anything that is not of you. Opening yourself up to clarity and growth. You are a being of love and light. You are strong. You are powerful. You are worthy. You are capable of anything and everything that you put your mind and heart to. You are a being of love and light. You are worthy. You are capable of anything and everything that you put your heart and mind to. You are capable of achieving your wildest dreams. Everything that you need is right within you. That light shines bright and strong. Slowly allow yourself to come back into this space, taking gentle sips of air. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, shake your head yes and no. Place one hand over your heart, one hand over your belly. And take a deep breath in, filling up as much as possible. And then exhale, release. Let it go. 2 more just like that, inhaling. And exhale. Inhale as much as possible. And with an audible sigh, release. Letting it go. Give yourself one more body scan right now. Seeing where you feel softer, lighter, and brighter. And then also seeing those areas that you still need to work on to gain more clarity, to release and let go. Slowly bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Tell yourself, I love you. I am capable. I am worthy. I am strong, powerful, and resilient. And you can slowly come up to a seated position, whatever feels comfortable for you. Bringing your hands to heart center. Bowing down in gratitude to yourself and all of those that shared this amazing, powerful moment, the energy, the light. And just take a moment to just be, to let it all settle in. And bowing down in gratitude. Know that this moment of peace is within you always. You don't need anybody else to facilitate it. Clarity is yours. Light is yours. Love is yours, always. The light and love within me honors and recognizes the light and love within each and every one of you. Thank you so much for sharing this amazing moment, and namaste. Thank you all so much. I hope you feel lighter, brighter, softer. The sun was amazing today. Like, we lucked out for such a beautiful moment. And I hope you enjoyed the sound bath. And thank you all so much. I'm filled with so much gratitude. Thank you.
Please stop by the Yoga Village on Broadway between 47th and 48th Streets before you leave today. Sweat looks good on you. Offline by Aerie is activewear made for your real life. Check them out in Aerie Soho store on Spring Street. From workout to workday, refresh with Smart Water Alkaline. And a higher pH balance, Smart Water Alkaline, they've added a little more so you can go a little further. Stop by the Smart Water tent in the Yoga Village to receive a complimentary bottle. We would like to thank the Consulate General of India in New York for their support to the event. Solstice in Times Square coincides with the International Day of Yoga, an idea which was suggested by India. The United Nations General Assembly proclaimed June 21st as the International Day of Yoga for the promotion and celebration of yoga across the world. Don't forget to visit the consulate tent at the Yoga Village, which features a large number of products. And spread the good karma by making a donation to Community First, a new initiative where navigators on the street build relationships and trust with vulnerable people in Times Square with the goal of getting them help. You can donate right now by going to tsq.org and make a difference in the world today through yoga. Join the conversation using hashtag SolsticeTSQ and tag @TimesSquareNIC. The Times Square Alliance hopes to see everyone next year for the 20th annual Solstice in Times Square Mind Over Madness Yoga.
Phyllicia, thank you so much for coming and offering your wisdom and your insight into this and sharing it with us in this event. It was absolutely amazing. I particularly enjoy the sound bowls. Tell me a little bit about the sound bowls and how they are effective in a yoga practice.
I love the sound bowls because, like, for me, I had trouble meditating when I started my yoga journey, and I feel like the sound is universal, so it doesn't matter what language you speak, you can connect to it, and I feel like it gives you a little bit of a security blanket to let go and release. And for me, the sound connected, and whenever something connects to me and I feel passionate about it, I want to share it with others because I know it's going to resonate with somebody else. And I thought, I've been here before and I've done yoga, I've been in the audience, and I was like, let me share my sound as well. So I'm so happy that I was able to do that today.
Well, I see people glowing as they're leaving the practice. And to my understanding, the vibrations correspond to a certain nerve plexus in the physical body. Is that the truth? And how does that work? The whole body is vibrating at some point.
Yeah, so literally, even here, I know there's so much hustle and bustle within the New York City space, but you can feel the sound. It vibrates throughout your entire being, moving through, top to bottom, through your veins, through the chakras, and you feel it. And it's like, yes, I can say it's supposed to go to one area, but it goes wherever you need it, and that's anything with energy.
Well said. It goes wherever you need it or wherever it's focused to go. I was sitting over there during the sound bath and had my hands in Jnana Mudra, and I can tell you it was a wonderful meditation. Tell me, did you plan the practice differently, knowing that you were going to be teaching in this kind of a space? Did you organize yourself differently in terms of the preparation and all?
So for this, it's like, I know we're outside, it's hot, we're within New York City, but I pretty much just did what I kind of always do, and I made it accessible to everybody. So it's like, if you're a seasoned practitioner, you can still get out of it. If you're somebody new, you're not going to feel overwhelmed. You feel like it's still an open space to practice and just to connect with the energy that's around each and every one of us.
Yes. Tell me a little bit about Sisters and the co-founder of Sisters. Sisters in Movement. I've forgotten the name of it. Correct me, though.
Oh, so Sisters of Yoga, they're an amazing organization. I'm actually no longer, but my friend does it, and she is amazing.
Well, I was encouraged to see so many people, especially women of color, in your class today, and I thought that they were all aficionados of your class. And it was certainly wonderful having you representing every sister. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much for participating.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.